Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making pressure cooker savory mustard pork roast. Alright, I'm starting out here at a 4-pound bottom boneless pork roast. And I'm going to start by seasoning this with some salt and pepper. And I'm going to season it on both sides. Try not to touch the roast. And this has a netting on it, and I don't want to cut that netting off because this is a piece of meat that's rolled up, wrapped up, and if you cut that netting it's going to come apart. And I have my pressure cooker preheating over here on the saute setting. We're going to get this in there and brown it all up on all sides. Okay, now that my pressure cooker is all warmed up, I'm going to add in a little bit of olive oil. Probably about 3 tablespoons, give or take a little bit. And I'm going to get my pork roast in there and get it all browned up on all sides. Alright, while my pork is searing and browning up, in a small bowl I have 3/4 of a cup of stone ground mustard. Now to that I'm going to add in a little bit of onion powder. I'm going to add in about a teaspoon. And that pretty much does this container in. I'll just dump the rest in on the roast. You could also cut a fresh onion and put it in there, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just using onion powder. Now I'm going to throw in 6 teaspoons of the pre-diced garlic. If you use fresh, use 6 cloves. Alright, that's looking good. Now I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of honey. And that one there is a little healthy, so we'll go a little light on the next one. And I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of molasses. Alright, now I'm going to give that a stir, and then I'm going to set that aside while I finish browning up my pork roast. Alright, now that my pork roast is all nice and browned up, I'm going to add in a 14.5 ounce can of beef broth. I'm going to add in a 1/2 cup of red wine. I'm going to add in a 14.5 ounce can of diced tomatoes that I drained. And I'm going to take that mustard glaze we made and dump it right down over top of the roast. Alright. Now I'm going to put my lid on here and I'm going to set this to pressure cook for 90 minutes. After the 90 minutes are up, I'll let this do a natural release of the pressure for 10 minutes and then I'll release the rest of the pressure manually. Okay, this is done cooking. I released the remaining pressure manually that was in there after it sat for 10 minutes. I took my roast out to rest and I skimmed the excess grease the best I could off the top of this liquid. Now I have a cornstarch slurry here. That's 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water. I'm going to get in there and we're going to get that in there and we're going to thicken up this sauce. And I'm going to allow this to cook for a few minutes so the sauce starts to thicken. While this thickens, I'm going to cut the mesh string off of the roast and I'm going to shred it up to return it back into the sauce. Alright guys, I got my pork all cut up and back in the pot. My sauce is thickened. This is ready to go. Let's go ahead and fix up a plate and see what we got. I went ahead and I made some garlic oven roasted potato wedges to go with this. And I served some of this sauce over top of the pork. Let me get in here and try this. Pork's tender, well seasoned. You get that red wine. You get the mustard, the tomato. That's really delicious, guys. Alright, there you have it. Pressure cooker savory mustard pork roast. Give it a try. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see ya.